1 2 1 2. Okay.
start it.
Good afternoon and welcome everybody to Championship Sunday in the Sunshine State Conference NCAA Division II South Regional. Jack Ike along with Taylor Stolworthy and for a brief moment with Skippy Lieberstein as we get ready for a winner-take-all baseball game Sunday here in Tampa. The Tampa Spartans get ready to take on the Rollins Tars in the championship of this double elimination regional baseball game. Spartans made it to this game by winning on Thursday, lost to Rollins on Friday, and then yesterday beat Spring Hill and Rollins to advance to this point. Rollins made it to the championship game by beating Valdosta State on Thursday and then beating Tampa on Friday and then losing to Tampa yesterday. So it's double elimination. This is a winner-take-all game. Tampa is the home team for today's game and takes the field. Hi, everybody. Jack Ike along with, have you caught your breath, Taylor Stolworthy.
Barely. Got here just in time for the first pitch.
We'll get you the lineups for today's game. The Spartans will have Eli Thurman on the mound. He has been one of their better pitchers this season, and the pitcher with the third most innings pitched behind Michael Paul and Alex Canny. Certainly a great person to have pitching in a deciding game like this. Rollins will give you their starting lineups. They will start with first leadoff hitter is the shortstop, number 23, Joey Rubin. And Rubin is a sophomore from Mississippi. Batting second is the second baseman, number 3, Adams Torres. He is from Kissimmee, Florida. Batting third, the first baseman, Jesslyn Whitehead, number 12. He is from Orlando, Florida. Batting cleanup is the left fielder, Ryan Coleman, number 35. Let me find his number on here. Coleman is from Brooklyn, New York. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Cam Meehan, number 5. He is from Orlando, Florida. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 11, Mason Wilson from Orlando, Florida. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 13, Jimmy Thies. Thies is a freshman, from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Parker Smith, number 28. Smith checks in from Orlando, Florida, a senior. Batting ninth is the catcher, Spencer Seringer, number 33. And Seringer is from Pierre, South Dakota. Eli Thurman on the mound for Tampa. Thurman's numbers on the year, this is his 15th appearance, 12th start. He has a 4-1 record, also owns a save in 55 innings of pitching this year. First pitch to Rubin, call strike. We are underway and what appears to be a raucous crowd all ready to start this game, Taylor.
Yeah, for sure, and there are still fans arriving. I arrived a little bit late as I was coming off an MPB broadcast, but I know a lot of Tampa fans will still be filing into their seats. I expect this crowd to get even more excited in the bottom of the first.
Thurman's given up 67 hits, 34 runs, 28 of them earned, 12 walks, 45 strikeouts. So about a 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and that is nice. A little more than a hit an inning. In the dirt. Spartans defensively, we will set them for you. We'll have Garavito behind the plate. Santiago Garavito behind the plate, along with Thurman on the mound. Drew Earhart at first. Nico Saladino at second. Anthony Nunez at third. J.D. Urso at shortstop. Jordan Lala is in left. Jose Cadenas in center. And E.J. Cumbo is in right.
Copy-paste for both teams' lineups, playing in the same spots.
And there's a base hit. Solid base hit for Joey Rubin. The Minotti's a .319 hitter on the year. Brings up Adams Torres to the plate. Rubin, 13 of 16 as a base stealer. Leads the team in stolen bases, though they don't run a lot. Strike call. Ahead 0-2. These two teams matched up in a 5-2 Tampa win yesterday and had an 8-7 Rollins win on Friday. Both games tense to the end. Outside, 1-2. Popped up, heading out towards center. Cadenas waits, comes in, makes the catch. It's a hot one out here today in Tampa.
It usually is, but a little hotter today than some of the other days.
Game time temperature, I've got 90 degrees. Ooh. What's the feels like? We have different apps we use. I have 96 is the feels like with the humidity.
Yeah, I've got 88 degrees. Humidity says a lot hotter than that. I think it may be because I have my phone in the car.
You did that yesterday.
It just gets way too hot because there's absolutely no way the real feel would be 109 degrees.
No.
It's not that hot
That's Arizona weather there.
And we're in the Florida League, not the Arizona one.
This is Jesselyn Whitehead. Top hitter on the team, .376 batting average for the first baseman. Another throw over. Spartans got a solid pitching performance from Alex Canny yesterday. Went 6 1/3. Ball outside. 1-1.
Canny did what he needed to. He set up the Spartans really well, and Dalton Ross was able to come in and fire for 8 straight outs with 4 strikeouts for the save. There was one error in between, though.
Hit down the line, that'll be foul. Hit it hard, but hit it foul. So ahead 1-2, 1 out, 1 on, top of the first. 1-2. Runner goes. Throw down to second. It's going to be into the outfield. Rubin not able to advance, but he stole that base easily. I think he had the throw beat no matter what, but Garavito's throw sailed wide right.
Yeah, definitely I think was going to be very close to get that play, and the wide throw just kind of doomed it. The good news is Rubin had a slide, and that didn't allow him to pick up and immediately go to third.
2 balls, 1 strike. A little bit low, 3-1. So Rollins, runner in scoring position already here in the top of the first. In the dirt, he walked him. Not a great start for Eli Thurman.
I'll say you reopen the double play opportunity once a runner on first, but it also becomes a lot more dangerous. That's the second runner that could score if Coleman got a really good hit.
Ryan Coleman, 307 on the year. One of 5 Rollins hitters who play a lot with a 300-plus batting average.
Despite only facing righties last night as a left-handed hitter, Coleman was kept quiet. He went 0 for 4.
Catches the inside corner. Coleman is one of 3 Rollins players with double-digit home runs on the year. Cameron Meehan due up next has 10. Coleman has 11. And then there's the astronomical number of Parker Smith with 21.
We saw quite a few home runs in the first game against the Spartans and Rollins, and then we saw, I think, none last night.
Mm-hmm. Nice swing and a miss. Coleman goes down, 2 outs. Big strikeout by Thurman there.
Yeah, that's an important one, and that should certainly help set up Thurman to try to get out of the inning. But of course, he has to face off against Meehan. He's 4 for 8 against the Spartans in the series, and he has brought home 4 RBIs. A very dangerous hitter.
Outside corner, strike 1. Almost the same spot, but he doesn't get the call this time. One pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Garavito. Ground ball. Nunez can't get it. That'll bring in a run. Rubin rounds third, crosses the plate, 1-0. Rollins on top in the first. Solid single by Meehan.
Last night, Tampa struck in the first, and now it's Rollins doing the same. Good effort from Nunez, just could not get to it. Good news though, Lala was on top of it. Runner couldn't get to third from first, so you're in a slightly better spot with the next hitter coming up.
Now runners on first and second again. Wilson at the plate. Wilson, .351 average. Only has 37 at bats, so a limited sample size. Hits one out to Urso, couple hops. Saladino's tags second. Rollins, though, strikes and gets a run on a couple hits here in the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first. The Spartans will send up Lala, Earhart, and Urso for a rebuttal. 1-0 right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
First we go, Tampa will be coming to bat. Edward Berry on the mound for Rollins. He's got a 4.18 ERA, a 5-3 record on the season. This is his 16th appearance of the year, all starts. Pitched 21 innings, so not a lot, 71 innings, I was going to say. 71 innings, 61 hits, 37 runs, 33 earned runs, 22 walks, 63 strikeouts. Has given up more home runs than anybody on the team, but only 6. And we'll get to the Spartans lineup.
And just a note about Barry, he pitched in Game 1 of Rollins' regional tournament. He went 3 innings and was able to hold on to the lead. It did get a bit shaky. He did concede 5, but he was able to give them enough wiggle room to hold on because that was when Rollins put 8 on the board in the first inning.
Leading off for Tampa will be number 8, Jordan Lala, a senior from Tampa, Florida, a left-handed batter. He'll be followed by number 2, Drew Earhart, a grad student from Tampa, Florida, and then J.D. Urso, a sophomore from Tampa, Florida. First pitch from Barry is a strike. Defensively, it's Seringar behind the plate, Whitehead at first, Torres at second, Thies at third, Rubin at short. Swing and a miss. Outfield is Coleman in left, Meehan in center, and Smith is in right. Ground ball. Rubin dives. Does he have a chance? No. Lala beats it out. That'll be a base hit. Rubin got to the ball, but then did about a 720 on the roll. And by the time he got back up, was going to have no chance to get Lala.
Yeah, he went tumbling when he got it. And it was good that he did, and also they're going to quickly check him out.
I think they asked the trainer to come out. Checking his throwing hand.
Might have cut something on the turf. That
might
could
have,
be a question. Maybe he landed on it awkwardly, but not a great sign that he has to come to the dugout.
A really good defensive shortstop.
And he's also converted the plate. He scored the run for Rollins. I'll say the good news is I think they're trying to get a bandage out there. So, while it's never good news to get injured, it's not going to be an injury I think they have to remove him from the ball game. It's just going to be an injury they got to patch up and make sure it doesn't bleed.
Give you the rest of the lineup for Tampa after J.D. Urso, the number 3 hitter. Then it's E.J. Cumbo, number 19. Is Tampa's cleanup hitter. He's from East Meadow, New York. Anthony Nunez, number 9, is the number 5 hitter. He is from Hialeah, Florida. Batting 6 is 0, Jamarcus Lyons from Tampa, Florida. Batting 7th is number 14, Santiago Garavito, and he is from Plantation, Florida. Batting 8th is number 10, Nico Saladino from Valrico, Florida. And batting 9th is number 40, Jose Cadenas from Tampa, Florida. You look at the rosters, I said Orlando a lot with Rollins. I say Tampa a lot with Tampa. And those are the home cities for these schools. still tending to Rubin. Drew Earhart waiting in the batter's box. This is a turf infield, which is, there's no difference between the green part and the brown part other than the color. And it's one of those fields with all those little black rubber balls that they put in there. So it's different from dirt, it's different from grass.
One of the sporting directors, Tom, had passed by and said it's like an ultimate rug burn, if you will. And
yeah.
That's probably the extent of what happened with Rubin. If you missed it, he had a tumble as he picked up the ball and made the play over at first, and he probably just got cut up a little on the play. And that's why we've had a quick delay. They're quickly bandaging, I believe. And see, because that's always the good thing. You'd rather it's something be somewhat minor that isn't going to be super, super dangerous and probably won't need Rubin to exit the game rather than something else, because we've had a couple major incidents throughout the season, and earlier in the tournament, Spring Hill lost one of their best players sliding into second.
We'll keep an eye on Rubin and see what happens his next at bat, and the first time he has to throw the ball from short, because they are working on his throwing hand. Valuable piece of the puzzle for the Rollins Tars.
And a big thing as well, shortstop is a very important defensive position. And Rubin is playing one of that tough positions, and he might not be 100% after that. However, he's done great defense the entire weekend, so I have a feeling it won't get in the way too much for him.
He's taped up, going back out. Going to take a couple throws. Seems to have some zip on the ball and some accuracy. We'll see what happens under game time conditions. So Lala beats it out for a base hit, just like Rubin got on base to start the Rollins first. Drew Earhart at the plate for Tampa. First pitch is a call strike. Earhart comes in with a .381 batting average. 83 hits on the year for Tampa. Nice stop by Seringer.
Earhart only 1 for 8 over the weekend against Rollins, but he had a great other games in the tournament.
Bala back. These two teams are playing for the right to play Barry in the Super Regional next week. And Barry, a 6 seed, got through the South Region number 2, beating West Florida twice. West Florida was the number 2 seed in the region.
It's certainly good to be able to knock off a top dog like West Florida, but now the prize will be facing either Rollins or Tampa, and they have to do it on the road.
On the road, yeah.
Because we know that they're the 6 seed. Rollins is, I believe, the 4 seed.
They're the 4.
Yep. So whoever wins here gets to host the Super Regional.
Ground ball. They might turn tooth. Rubin got the double play. So Rubin showing no ill effects, so that was a soft toss. So 2 quick outs.
What's really unlucky is that earlier in the tournament, there was a double play that Earhart grounded into when there was a hit and run. The shortstop came into position. If Lala was going and the shortstop was moving into position, that would get through for a base hit. So it's the opposite of a double play he had last time.
J.D. Urso now at the plate. .375 average on the year. Inside. Lays off that one. Oh, and he said he went around. They appealed it, and they said he went around. I'll guarantee you every call is going to be closely scrutinized by fans today on both sides.
For sure.
1-2. That one is high inside.
You'll never hear the fans more critical than you will today.
2-2 pitch from Barry. In the dirt, ball 3, and Barry falls down. Umpire going out to give him a new baseball, maybe just make sure everything's okay.
I believe we saw one of the Rollins pitchers slip on the mound last night as well. Or there was at least a player who slipped earlier in the tournament as well when they were throwing a pitch. So maybe it's just teams kind of getting used to the turf there. And you can also tell how much of it's been picked up over the weekend. The discoloration.
3-2. Backs off.
See a lot of it there and at home plate too.
Wow, did that look good? And Urso called out on strikes. Whether it was a strike or not, to me, that's a tough one to watch. He goes down, and at the end of an inning, it is Rollins 1, Tampa nothing on TampaSpartans.tv.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. McCaleb burns it. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org/opportunity.
Top of the second inning we go. Rollins on top of Tampa 1-0 already. It'll be Thies leading off, the number 7 hitter, followed by Smith and then Serengar. Eli Thurman on the mound for Tampa. Shot down the line, but foul. Thurman gave up a couple singles. A base hit, a stolen base, and a single brought in the Rollins run. Ball a little bit low. Off speed, swing and a miss. Tapped out to Nunez, takes a good hop, fires across, and Earhart with a stretch. Boy, they have made Drew Earhart be as limber as possible this weekend, forcing him to go left or right, up and down on throws across the diamond. No matter what, it's an out. Smith at the plate. Big swing and a miss there. Smith does not hit for average. He's .269 on the year. But, as we mentioned, 21 home runs. In the dirt. Shot foul down the third base line. So Thurman ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Goes outside. Smith doesn't bite, so it's 2-2. And that one's in the dirt. We'll go 3-2. Thurman in the stretch. 3-2 pitch. Taps it foul. We'll do it again. 3-2 pitch. Hit out into center field. Cadena's back, now stops, comes in, makes the catch, tumbles, but it's still an out. That one died on him as he was moving back. Now he's got his hands on his knees there, kind of like, wow. I think he maybe went back further than he thought the ball was going to go and had to come in and actually almost made a shoestring catch.
Yeah, the good news is he held on to it.
2 down. Seringar, the number 9 hitter at the plate. Off speed, swing and a miss. One pitch in the dirt. Ground ball. Saladino on a couple hops. To Earhart, inning is over. A quick 1-2-3 for Eli Thurman and the Spartans. We'll go to the bottom of the second. The Spartans will have Cumbo, Nunez, Lyons coming to the plate. 1-0. Rollins leads Tampa.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can. And then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Bottom of the second we go. Tampa down 1-0. Point. E.J. Cumbo will lead off. Conference Player of the Year this year. Cumbo looks at one inside for a ball. Fouled off. Does it get out of play? Giving chase. That one actually traveled almost to the foul pole. Foul by about 10 feet.
Yeah, a bit short and kind of lucky it went foul because that probably would have been an out if it stayed fair.
Yeah. 1-1. Barry fires. Throws a curve and gets a strike. Fouled off. That one's going to get up on the screen, too. About a 100-foot screen or fence surrounds this ballpark. It's an urban campus, so we're surrounded by a couple major roads. So they do their best to rein in the baseballs from flying around.
Yeah, especially during the school year, it's good to prevent fans or students from getting hit.
You can see the skyline of downtown Tampa off in the distance in the outfield. What you can't see is there's the Hillsborough River separating the two. Ground ball heading up toward Rubin. Shortstop. Got him. Nice scoop by Whitehead at first.
Yep, a good 1-2 play to get him out. Out by maybe half a step. Good run there by Combo, but just couldn't beat the throw.
Nunez, switch hitter, batting lefty against the righty. Spartans with one hit. Jordan Lala, leadoff hitter, grounder to short. Rubin fielded it, rolled around twice, and throw was late. But he got wiped out on a double play by the next batter. Whereas Rollins had Rubin lead off the game with a base hit. He stole second, then came in on a single. Ball outside. 3-0 count. Ball four, walked him in 4 pitches. Gets the Tampa fans clapping. And it brings Jamarcus Lyons to the plate. Jamarcus, base hit between third and short. And the Spartans have 2 aboard with one out here in the bottom of the second. And Santiago Garavito coming to the plate.
Mentioned the Spartan fans getting louder, and, well, that's going to continue here. They've got runners on base in scoring position, and that'll get tougher for Barry on the mound.
The only thing that's too bad about these NCAA games is that school is out, and so the students are gone for the most part. Pretty good crowd anyway, but school is out. Garavito at the plate. Fouls it off.
Would be great if we were able to have more students here in the section, but the fans are already giving us pretty good noise.
Regular season games very well attended by the students. Barry looks back at second, fires home. Inside. One and one to Garavito. Spartans trying to answer. Rollins running the first. Strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Berry fires. Outside, ball 2. Berry in the stretch. Garavito waits. Ground ball foul. We do it again. Berry in the stretch. Swing and a miss, and Garavito goes down. Second baseman Nico Saladino to see if he can bring in that run.
That was an important strikeout from Berry. Get 2 outs on the board, and it'll certainly alleviate a bit of the pressure.
Emma gets away. Runners will advance. Runners now second and third. Nice thing there is it takes the force away if it's a hard-to-play ball in the infield. And also one more pitch like that, and it'll be a 1-1 game.
The infield backing up now for Rollins, I think for that reason. They want to be there in case it's a hard-to-play ball. They only need to get the out at first.
And again, that's Serengar had to backhand that one.
Songar's been very good defensively behind home plate over the weekend.
Two-0 pitch. In the dirt, ball 3. Jose Cadenas on deck. If it comes to that. I would think 3-0. Watching this one all the way. Berry's already walked one player this inning. Strike call. 3-1. Do you wait on another one?
It's a big question.
I want an answer. I say yes.
It's probably a good idea.
Doesn't matter. In the dirt. Walked him. Bases loaded for Jose Cadenas.
Even with 2 outs, you generally don't want to walk the bases loaded.
Definitely.
At the very least, you can say this is the weakest Spartan hitters in terms of power. The problem is Cadenas knows how to get bat to ball and is the fastest on the base path of any Spartan.
He's a .333 hitter, so he's a tough out.
So if you do have a hard-to-play ball in the infield, you're statistically
in the dirt.
You're least likely to get Cadenas out than anyone else.
So Berry has been hitting the dirt outside for about 5 pitches in a row. Or at least 5 of the last 6 or 7 pitches. One of them went all the way to the screen, advancing runners. Quick visit to the mound by the catcher, and now we're going to get a visit by one of the coaches.
Yeah, no one warming up. This is just a bases-loaded, settle-down talk here. But again, don't be surprised if Tampa or Rollins do have players quickly warming up in the bullpen at the first sign of trouble. It's win or go home. You can't get sentimental. You can't say, oh, I'll let him go a bit farther. If there is an emergency, they have to push the eject button.
Well, the catcher went out and talked for about 15, 20 seconds. And then they kind of glanced at the dugout, and then the coach came out. They break up the gaggle. And Jose Cadenas steps in. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the second. It's early, but this is a big play. First pitch is a strike, so that settled down Barry. And he got back to throwing strikes.
Yeah, that's what you need to do here. Just get a strike on the board, and the count's at 1-1.
Swing and a miss. Went slow and outside, and low and outside, to go up 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Hits it out into left field. That is deep at the wall. Jumping. Home run for Cadenas. A grand slam home run. Jose Cadenas, and the Spartans take a 4-1 lead. Who'd have thunk Jose Cadenas would hit a grand slam for his second home run of the season?
Elimination on the line. Cadenas delivers with DoorDash a grand salami to the Spartans, and that is his second home run of the season.
You know, just before that pitch, I noticed the left fielder, and I said, he's playing pretty deep. Cadenas is not a home run threat.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Barry, he is a home run threat.
Wow, did that get the fans going? 4-1, Tampa takes the lead on a grand slam by your number 9 hitter, who is a .333 hitter who mostly just gets on base. Top of the order, Jordan Lala. That gets the juices going.
Oh, for sure.
Ball outside. Well, Barry was having trouble throwing strikes. Mound visit, he threw strikes, and then grooved one. Lala walked, and he heads to first for Drew Earhart.
Ryan Murphy, I think, is over in the bullpen, and I would not be surprised if he has to be called sooner rather than later. That grand slam has got to have taken a blow to Barry's confidence.
Strike call, outside corner to Drew. Drew hit into a double play back in the first. They're playing him deep as well. Off speed, swing and a miss. A lot of noise from the fans now, stomping on the bleachers, clapping their hands, cheering. Popped it up, out of play. Oh, 2 to Drew. Fouled off, stays alive. Quick throw over. Lala is back. We talk about Lala just knows how to get on base. He's gotten on base with a base hit and a walk today. Gets on base at about 56% of the time.
Absolutely crazy numbers for Lala.
Fly ball, center, no, second base backing up, and Torres makes the play, but the Spartans load the bases, and Jose Cadenas cleared the bases with a grand slam over the 375 sign, and the Spartans lead 4-1 after 2 right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Top of the third, Tampa now leading 4-1 as they answered. Got to give a couple of shout-outs here before we get going here. Todd and Tina Nelson in attendance were Braden Nelson almost every game. I can't think of a game they've missed. Aunt Maureen is normally at the games, but Aunt Maureen is up in New York at Point Chautauqua with Grandma Nelson watching the game. So shout out to you guys. Uncle Bob is listening from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Shout out there. And Braden's sister Kaylin listening as she drives back to NC State in Raleigh, North Carolina. How dare she go to NC State, huh?
Yeah. I don't have as much beef invested with North Carolina colleges since I only just attended a small school here in the Sunshine State Conference.
Fly ball heading out to Cadenas. He's heading deep near the wall. Gone! Center field home run for Ruben, who, as the leadoff hitter, has singled and scored, and now homered and scored.
Rollins needed something to get back on track, and a leadoff home run will do just that.
Well, that just shows that Rollins is a resilient team, and you give up 4, and it doesn't mean the end of the game.
Yeah, for sure, and this game is going to come down to the wire. Tampa does hold now a 2-run lead, but
ground ball to Nunez. Earhart for the out.
But to say a 2-run lead is safe, well, you clearly haven't watched a lot of Rollins or Tampa baseball. This will go down to the wire.
Mine down.
Here we go, 1-0. It's Whitehead at the plate. This one's going to drop for a base hit. And the hitting train will continue for Rollins. Whitehead gets a single. One away and a runner on for Coleman. And I would not be surprised if Tampa's bullpen was starting to get stretched. It's not that Ursa won't trust Thurman, but he just can't take any chances in this game right here with a 2-run lead.
And here comes Sam Militello. Sorry about that. I had a little coughing fit there. And you're right, Taylor. You don't mess around in this game. There's no tomorrow, as they say. Pull out all the cliches you want.
Yep. The day where you have to look ahead to tomorrow was yesterday. But today, you're ready to make that change. See Dalton Ross walking over there, but I'd be surprised if they pull him in. maybe only in an emergency, because he did go 2 2/3 yesterday.
Very efficient yesterday. Very effective.
That was his only game of the weekend, though, so that could be a chance. One person I definitely expect would be Braden Nelson. They like to save him for the late game situations, but I know in last year's regional he went over 4 innings, and he's got the distance, or stamina to go the distance. And personally, he'd be my first pick out of the bullpen, because third inning shutdown is just as good as a ninth inning shutdown 9 times out of 10. We've also got Jack Brodsky, who's been the team's best arm out of the bullpen, period, all rested and ready to go.
Coleman now. I'm back. I'm ready. Coleman now at the plate. Man on. Swing and a miss. Taylor and I weren't trying to alternate batters. We tried alternating words at one time, and it was not very effective.
Yeah, it doesn't work out the way we hoped.
We thought it'd be comical. It was farcical, is what it was.
Mm-hmm. And also a little bit messy.
Messy. Sloppy.
Sloppical, if you will.
Disjointed. Incongruous.
All the other entendres to use.
And bad.
Yeah, that mostly.
1-2 to Coleman. Man on first. That's Whitehead. Swing and a miss. Coleman goes down. Not a great swing from Coleman on that one. Fooled by the pitch.
Thurman's second strikeout, and also his second strikeout against Coleman today. That's going to be useful, and now he just needs one more out to really complete this third inning. And just keep it with a 1-run thing for Rollins, although they're actually going to be making the change already. They wanted some more time for the bullpen to get ready.
It's a little bit surprising that Joe's making the move here in the third.
Yeah, and personally, my surprise is that he just had a strikeout and you're pulling him, but he does not want to make any changes.
Not messing around. It is Jack coming in.
I think it's Alex Candy coming in. Well, I think we should go to a quick break as the Spartans make the change. Oh, it's Brodsky entering the game. Yep,
We'll take a timeout and be back with the stats on Jack and the completion of the inning right after this.
For college sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
So Jack Brodsky coming in to pitch for Tampa. Number 18 is a junior from Woodcliff Lake, New Jersey. Taylor, you've got some numbers on him coming in?
Yep, Brodsky's pitched in 18 innings, or 18 appearances, 26 and a third innings. Recorded 31 strikeouts, just 8 walks. 2 long balls, but he holds opponents to a Spartan best 162 average. He's making his first appearance from the bullpen this weekend, and he'll be tasked with going, I think, an inning or two, maybe even a little bit longer if he can. But the goal will be to shut down Rollins, especially as Meehan, who had a clutch hit last time, steps to the plate.
So Joe Urso with the quick trigger, even though Thurman came back and got a strikeout. Just something he didn't like about how things have been going here in the third.
I'll certainly say it probably was Meehan getting a hit on him last time. That was probably the thing that Urso was the most worried about.
Yeah, Meehan did drive in a run.
Especially considering Rubin, after getting the initial hit against Thurman, did a lot better in his second at-bat.
So Meehan at the plate. Brodsky on the mound. 2 outs. Top of the third. Swing and a miss. He comes with the heat immediately. As you've mentioned, Brodsky has been very effective out of the pen for Tampa. Ball 0. They do not play him to pull. There's a lot of room down the left field line. In the outfield, anyway. Check swing.
Yes.
They called it. Okay, didn't even have to appeal it.
Garavito was looking at first, but the home plate umpire already agreed.
And I concur.
I do as well. I think he just went around.
1-2 now with 2 outs. Runner goes. Check swing. Throw to second. Got him. No, he dropped the ball. Thought they had him. They may not have, but the ball popped out of J.D. Urso's mitt.
If Urso was able to hold on, that's out number 3.
This is how Rollins got its first run of the game on a base hit, stolen base, and then a single by this exact same batter.
Ciolala is really deep here. All we need to do is find that no man's land once again.
And he singles as well. That'll make it a 4-3 game as Meehan back-to-back RBI singles in his 2 at-bats today. Equal part is Rowdy Rollins' cheering section. Rollins' 5th hit of the day. So Rollins took a 1-0 lead. Tampa responded with a grand slam. And so here in the third, Rollins has chipped away with a home run and a couple base hits. But that same pattern has resulted in 2 runs. Base hit, stolen base, base hit. Check swing a little bit low.
Quick turns there by Brodsky for the pickoff attempts.
Another quick throw. Another throw. Meehan 10 of 11 this year in stolen bases. Second on the team. Third on the team, I should say. Garavito with a block. There's one blooped into right field. That'll put runners at first and third. And they're sending him home. We're going to have a play at the plate. It's way up the line. It's a tie game, 4-4. Third base coach, no hesitation because Cumbo slipped trying to make the play in the outfield.
And throughout this entire tournament, Rollins have been aggressive on the base paths, and no team has really been able to punish them for it. And another case of that here as they are able to equalize.
Rollins responds with a 3-run third inning. Still at the plate. Lead run now on second base. And Thies at the plate. Fouls it off. Inside. Swing and a miss. Well, third base coach, also head coach John Sjogren, saw Cumbo slip trying to field that ball and just got the windmill going and scored from first. 1-2. Ground ball, foul by a foot. Anybody thinking that the Grand Slam bothered Rollins needs to think again.
They've bounced back, and that's why they've been one of the best teams in the nation alongside the Spartans. And why they were definitely ranked a little too low by the committee. And we're not just saying that because we'd rather not face Rollins to the Super Regional as Spartan fans, but they definitely deserved a 2 or 3 spot over West Florida or Montevallo, seeing how their tournaments went.
Saladino calling for it at second base in the outfield, makes the catch, inning is over, but Rollins responds with 3 runs in the inning, and we've played 2.5. It is a 4-4 baseball game, Tampa and Rollins. Bottom of the third, now a 4-4 baseball game, and J.D. Urso will lead off for Tampa.
Heart of the Spartan order coming up, and I think they're going to want to see if they can do a little bit of damage before Rollins potentially makes a change. They still got Barry on the mound.
Fouled off, giving chase is Whitehead. Does he have room? He fights for it and makes the catch in foul territory. running away from the infield. I know it was off camera, but he made a nice catch heading in toward the Rollins bullpen. E.J. Cumbo to the plate now. Cumbo grounded out to short his first time up. Goes swinging at an outside pitch.
He was expecting something off speed and just went around a bit late.
Fouls that one off, out of play. One-two pitch. High and outside.
You can tell that the Cadenas home run, any momentum the Spartans had, was lost thanks to that solid top half of the inning. And you can also tell because of the sounds that are really only coming from Rollins at the moment. I mean, throughout the regular season, you only really see a lot of Tampa fans here for the playoffs. But now they got to start to get loud to get the Spartans back on track.
Ground ball foul. 2-2. Two-two pitch. Cumbo golfs that one out into center field, actually second base, and Torres makes the catch for the second out.
Just a little shorter than center field that time.
It was a wedge as opposed to a 5-iron.
Realistically, Nunez would like to hit it with a driver.
Yes. Nunez coming up to the plate for Tampa now with 2 outs. Walked his first time up. Curveball, called strike. Nunez fouls that one off, strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch coming up. Outside, 1-2. Barry in the stretch fires. Tries a curveball, doesn't bend in. 2-2.
Good job there by Nunez trying to get himself back into the count. He went down 0-2, but he's not being too aggressive. He's not getting too desperate to keep alive.
And goes after that one and swings and misses to end the inning. Spartans get nothing across here in the bottom of the third. We've played 3 full. It is Tampa, Rollins tied up 4-4. 4-4, top of the fourth. Jack Ike, Taylor Stolworthy. Taylor to take you through the fourth, fifth, and sixth.
Thanks, Jack. And yeah, very eventful start of the game. Rollins took the lead. A Cadenas grand salami tied it up and got it further than tied. Gave Tampa a 4-1 lead. But Rollins found the offense in the top of the third, including 2 clutch 2-out hits against Jack Brodsky to bring home 2 runs and tie the game. Tampa needs more energy from the crowd, and they need to find the mojo back on the field as we continue. Smith leads off. As there's a drive to right, but foul. 0-1. The 0-1. 0-2 finds the corner of the zone. Smith flew out in the second inning to center field. Taken low for ball 1. Gotta look back, I think, at 1 or 2 of the other games, but throughout the tournament, the team who's gotten on the board first usually comes away on top with the victory. Even though Tampa took the lead, Rollins had taken the initial early lead. And I know Tampa's going to hope that that would be a trend that breaks as Earhart chases, it goes off the netting. Still 1-2. Popped up. Earhart. This time it is in play for him. 1 away. Sarngar will step up to the plate. And then you've got the red-hot top of the order for Rollins. The big 1-2-3 for them is a current total of 3 for 5 on the day. Ruben also had a solo shot, and he's on deck. Sarngar grounded out, though, in the second inning. Ball 1 taken low. Hit over to Nunez. Gets past his glove again. And unlucky there for Nunez. There's been a couple ground balls that just take a hard hit and they just can't reach out and get. And keep in mind, he's one of the taller players at the position. If he can't reach it, no one else really can get it.
Right.
But yeah, another nicely hit grounder to get past him. And that'll bring up Ruben, who just needs a double and triple for the cycle since he had a single and home run earlier. That home run kick-started the scoring for Rollins in the top of the third. See if Brodsky can try to work his way out of the inning, though. Strike one taken.
That was only Ruben's third home run of the year.
So 2 non-super aggressive home run hitters really finding all of the ball early on.
Making a big difference.
Of course, Cadenas did so for the Spartans early on with the grand slam. Here's the 0-1 to Ruben. Fouled away, 0-2. Wouldn't be surprised if Urso had someone tossing in the bullpen. Not necessarily for an instant change, but if they need to. Because again, Tampa not only needs to be aggressive, they can't take any risks. They also do have a pretty healthy bullpen. Beckett White, Braden Nelson, a lot of other arms, fully healthy for the game.
Jeez.
As this one's going to be sent to center field. Runners will get to the corners as Cadenas makes the throw back in. Ruben makes his third hit of the ball game. That'll bring up Torres, who's hitless today, but has a chance to try to give Rollins the lead. One away, 2 aboard for Torres. Strike 1 on the first pitch. Brodsky hasn't fallen behind in too many counts, but hasn't always been able to put batters away. That's been the one little weakness he's had. Strike 2. Oh, 2 with runners in the corners. This one, head out to right field. Cumbo tracking, looking, gets over his head, off the wall.
I think there was timeout called before he threw the pitch.
Wow, that is...
I thought I heard something, and it might have been... Don't know if it was pitch clock violation or what, but I heard him say, the third base umpire say something.
Yeah, there was something there, and if it was a pitch clock violation, it's...
Nobody's arguing. Nobody's... Yeah. I mean, if Rollins didn't like it, they'd be out there. And the head coach is at third base.
Yep. And it is a pitch clock violation. It's against Brodsky. The count goes 1-2. And remember, there is a pitch clock in D2, and that is the most clutch pitch clock violation I think you'll see for the weekend for the Spartans. Gives him a do-over as this one's popped up over to Earhart. Caught, 2 away.
So a huge pitch clock violation.
It came right when they needed it, which is brutal for Rollins, and a sigh of relief for the Spartans, because that was a second away from being a 5-4 Rollins lead. Honestly, maybe even more if Ruben got from first. That one got behind Cumbo, so that would have taken him a little while to get to. Through to Holden. Now Rollins takes the lead. Runners will be at the corners. Cumbo's throw will just make sure Ruben doesn't make it home. Whitehead gets his second hit of the ball game. And that's exactly what Rollins was looking for. Split the infield. Coleman's 0 for 2 today. He struck out twice. He'll inherit these runners in scoring position. And that'll be the day for Jack Brodsky.
He got roughed up by Rollins.
He did. He just couldn't find the third strike, which is a shame. He's had a great season, and I know he'll hope it isn't coming to an end today.
Looks like we are anticipating Beckett White.
Yeah, that's what we're guessing. Looks like it will be Beckett White, but we'll just double check. We'll take a quick break. Spartans trail Rollins as they've taken lead 5-4.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
The
NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org/opportunity.
Beckett White takes the mound, 10 appearances, 17 innings. He's only allowed 9 hits and 3 earned, 19 strikeouts to 9 walks. He's going to be called upon to put out the fire. Rollins was able to take a 1-run lead off a single by Whitehead. Brodsky went an inning, 2 earned, the runner currently on is his. Certainly a shame for the Spartans, but Rollins will certainly feel, I think, maybe a little vindicated that after the pitch clock violation prevented the go-ahead run from scoring, they do get a hit to take the lead.
Well, 2 weekends ago, when Lynn played here, there was also a pitch clock violation that was called, and it was, again, a ball hit all the way to the wall, was caught at the track for an out, but it ended up being a ball 4.
Oof.
So instead of a long out, it was a walk. I don't remember it having any major consequence in the game. This was big.
Yeah, this is a big tournament moment, especially given win or go home. Both teams, they can't afford any errors, and the slightest things can make a difference.
I mean, you can say, hey, they came back, got a hit anyway, but they got an out on the very next pitch and then a hit, so they'd have been in a similar situation with one less out.
Yeah, and that would have been a little bit more scary for the Spartans. They just need one out to get out of the inning, and Beckett White finds his own for strike 1.
Imperative for White to get this out.
Indeed, you've got a runner that's going to be waiting just to walk on home. Fouled away, and Coleman's down 0-2. Struck out back in the third. He struck out in the first. Strikeout here would end the inning. Up high for ball 1. The 1-2 popped up and foul. We'll go again. One-two here for White.
Oh.
Ooh, that one gets wild, and the run will score. They can't get the tag. Just slipped out of his arm, and Rollins will take a 6-4 lead.
That one was 10 feet out of the zone. Obviously, it slipped out of his hands.
Just about outside, if you will.
If you're Bob Uecker, yeah.
But, of course, it's a bit more outside than you ever want in this situation, because Ruben is able to just say, hey, thank you very much, and score from third.
Ruben has been a difference maker.
What a game he's had for him, and he'd be probably the series MVP should Rollins win and move on. The inning will end here on this fly out, but not before 2 runs come home for Rollins. They have reclaimed a 6-4 lead as we enter the bottom of the 4th.
I pledge. I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
united as one.
Barry ready to continue on the mound. He recovered in the third inning to quickly set the Spartans down, and now will once again hold on to a lead. 6-4 Rollins. They have 6 runs on 9 hits. They've stranded 4. Tampa's had 4 runs on 3 hits. They've only left 1 on board. Due up is Lions, Garavito and Saladino, and these are important at-bats for the Spartans. You've got time to go in the game, and obviously the story of the game is going to continue to be told. But certainly for now, it is looking good for Rollins, and Tampa are playing catch-up again. Down low, 1-1. Lions fouled away. The count goes 1-2. Lined and through for a base hit. That is a crucial hit to get. Lions has done well to start the day. That's his second base hit. And here comes Garavito. Taken outside for ball 1. Garavito struck out back in the second. Barry's been equal on strikeouts and walks. 3 each. Swing and a miss. Now the Tampa faithful getting louder again. They needed the Lions to get on base. And now we'll see if Garavito can convert. Taken low, 2-1. On deck is Saladino, and I would not be surprised if we see an arrival from maybe Clark should Garavito get on board. He'd run the lefty-lefty advantage. Fouled away, it's 2-2. And again, Rollins would make the change because it's the elimination game. You have to be ruthless. You have to be as aggressive as possible with the hooks and changes. Chopped foul will go again. We finally have pitch counts today. Thank goodness Barry is going to be on 70 here. The 2-2. Fouled away again. Garavito not giving in this at-bat. Garavito again keeping alive in the 2-2 count. Question for Barry will be, what does he need to do to get the strikeout? Grounded through the hole, and that is a base hit. Runners at first and second. 2 early grounders, and that'll bring up Saladino. Aries' pitch count is at 72. I think Clark is going to be a little more hasty in his warm-ups here, as it's going to be a lefty Saladino stepping up. My eyes are pointed to the dugout, and I'm not sure if they're making that change yet. Very surprising. Sargar is going to come to the mound. I think they're just going to delay as long as possible for making a change.
Last time they did this, the catcher went out, talked for a while, then the coach came out.
Yep. You do that just to give him a few more pitches, and then when the umpire says, hey, hurry it up, oh, wait a minute, we have to go and make the change. That's just always a good way that you can always get just an extra few stretches in before you pull the trigger. And again, the lefty, righty, lefty is how the next two batters
they
are
did
up.
it again.
Yep. It's a good strategy.
I don't know if it resets the clock on the change or whatever, but it bought him a couple more pitches.
And that's what you're going to want. We'll take a quick break. It's going to be Ryan Murphy, their lefty ace from the bullpen, coming in. We'll be right back.
College sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
College sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Bottom of the fourth. It is the regional final, Game 7. Tying run on first, go-ahead run, is represented by Nico Saladino. No change right here from Kocher, so he's going to trust in Saladino even against the lefty. Ryan Murphy enters the game from the bullpen. 15 and a third with 14 strikeouts. He's only allowed 2 earned all year. Barry's day complete after 3 innings. 4 earned with 5 hits. They put the eject button and had to press it just to make sure they're trying to hold the lead through this tight spot. Can't take any risks in the championship game. There's no tomorrow, only today. This will be, I think, the final warm-up pitch for Clark, where Saladino steps up. Him, Cadenas, and Lala are the 3 due up. But no outs here in the bottom of the fourth. He's 1 for 6 against Rollins this weekend. He actually went hitless yesterday, but recorded a hit in the Spartans' loss earlier in the tournament to them. Here's the bunt to advance the runners. That's a good one. Throw is on target. Tying run is in scoring position for Jose Cadenas. And that's where you want to do the small ball. You've got a disadvantage lefty-lefty. So put it on the ground, let the runners move up, and just taking out his payment.
Perfectly placed bunt. Only one option, go to first.
Sargar was there.
Base hit can tie this game, and we know what Cadenas did last time when we were hoping for a base hit.
Cadenas hit a grand salami for his 2nd home run of the 2023 season. He's not the player to usually hit home runs, but he did so at an important time. Taken up high for ball 1. Pretty sure Cadenas is among the cast that will be departing the Spartans next season. He's also had a long and storied career He was able to write another chapter early today. Can he write a convincing epilogue with 1 out and 2 aboard? Chopped on the ground. It is foul. Would have scored a run if it was fair. At least for Tampa, it's only the bottom of the 4th. They will have at least 15 outs to go.
Yeah, there's been a lot of baseball played so far in this one.
Yeah, and we're actually already an hour 30 through, and we're barely approaching the halfway point. And this is, of course, with a pitch clock, so that's how they usually speed the game up. But it's been an exciting one. Did he go?
No.
No, he held up 2-1. Applause from the Spartans fans, a couple groans from the Rollins fans.
He didn't go.
Yeah, he didn't. He held up. But again, expect the Spartan and Tar faithful to be extremely active, extremely vocal as we continue, and they'll only get louder. 3-1 for Cadenas. They've got Lala on deck. He is a lefty, and maybe that could be what you're looking for if you're Murphy.
I think you take on this one with 3-1.
I think so too. Take, let him walk you, and trust in the magical on-base ability of Jordan Lala. Ball 4.
See? All right.
The bases full for Lala. And while there may be a player heading over, there's not going to make this change yet. A walk works into the favor of Rollins. It opens up a double play opportunity, gives you force outs everywhere, and sets you up a lefty-lefty advantage. On the other hand,
but one of the top,
it's Jordan Lala.
Not just top hitters, but best batting eyes in the conference.
Yep. He's gone on base over 50% this year, and he's gone already on time twice today. Ball 1 outside. And on deck, you've got 3 good right-handed hitters. That could be a bit of a problem for the lefty on the mound. The 1-0 with the bases loaded. 1-1 gets the top half of the plate. Again, you got to take if you're Lala, see if he'll throw you a strike.
Yeah, not a great pitch to hit anyway.
Unfortunately for Lala, not a lot of these will be good to hit. He's got to see them as a left-handed hitter. The 1-1. Taken for strike 2, and that is just another hard one to get to. That is a breaking ball off speed. And what you got to do is you got to give yourself a little more space at the plate, open up and inside, but he's actually staying really close.
Yeah, he always stands close.
He's maybe going to hope that Murphy may miss one of those pitches inside. The 1-2. Chopped foul, and he had to go.
That was inside again, but you're right. I think it would have. It wasn't necessarily inside.
Yeah, it would have probably been a ball, but
on the zone.
Yeah, you can't risk taking it because if it drops down, well, now there's 2 outs. So we'll go again with a 1-2 here for Lala. Way outside, Sarangar on top of it.
This is where Jamarcus Lyons has to be heads up, too.
Yep.
Pitch gets away. Rollins has already scored one on a pitch that got away.
And Sarangar, who's actually a lefty as a catcher. You don't always see that.
I never even noticed.
Yeah, actually, I never even noticed as well, but more often than not, you expect the lefties just over at first or the outfield. Swing and a miss.
Wow.
That is a clutch strikeout from Murphy. And actually, no, he is a righty. He just flipped the glove hand for some reason.
I swear he had the...
Yeah, he had it on his other hand for a second.
Yeah. All right. He's just mind games with us.
Yeah, throwing us off. And ultimately, the 2-2 threw Lala off for a strikeout. Here comes Drew Earhart. Bases loaded. The all-time Sunshine State Conference hit leader, 0 for 2 today.
Great situation for Drew then.
It really is. Strike 1 taken. Murphy immediately challenging. For the 10th and what I have to assume is going to be the final time this year, when you're in a tough spot, who's the batter you don't want to face? This one's fouled away. It's 0-2. Carson Queso argues it's Drew Earhart. At least that would be his preference not to. And we'll go again now. Murphy ahead in the count. The bases are completely loaded. Grounded up the middle and picked up by Murphy. Throw on target, and that ends the inning. He gets out of a bases-loaded jam, and Tampa still trails. We'll head to the top of the fifth, a 6-4 Rollins lead.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Beckett White ready to continue. Faced one batter and got an out. Mian Wilson and Thies are due up. I'm Taylor Storley with Jack Ike. It's the South Regional Final. The winner hosts Barry next week in what will be a Sunshine State Conference Super Regional tie. Last year, the tie was between Rollins and Tampa. Rollins defeated Tampa in 2. Rollins looking to do the same in 3 this year. And so far, they've traded blows in the regional tournament. After winning last night, Tampa was able to force this, if necessary, Game 7. 1-0 to Meehan. Up the middle. Urso, out number 1.
Urso is playing him kind of up the middle. Perfectly played.
Yeah, he's in the right spot to get to it. And enough time to get the throw. Here comes Wilson, who's 1 for 2 today. His double brought home an RBI in the third. It's part of a 3-run third inning for Rollins. That was able to equalize the game. Rollins put 5 on the board in their most recent 2 innings. And that's what's given them the early lead. I do say early, but we're actually about halfway through the
we have now
9
made the
innings.
halfway point. Taking a while.
I do have to say, rather than saying halfway through the game, I'm going to be saying 9 innings because last time I insinuated a complete game or a game that is going to end in the regular scheduling amount of innings was back in the South Regional when I said, Mariah Galehouse for softball, where I said Mariah Galehouse surely has gone the complete game distance here on at the 7th inning when the game went to extras and went 16. So to avoid that jinx as well, I'll just say out of the 9 because we could also end at 8.5 should Tampa take a late lead and enter the 9th with a lead. And ball 4, that one barely missing and bouncing away from Garavito. Thies up, double play opportunity on the board. He grounded out and popped out in his first 2 at-bats. I believe it was Thies who had the pitch clock violation, right?
Yes.
Yes, he was at the plate last time, drove a deep fly ball to E.J. Cumbo. It got over his head, but it was called back because, unbeknownst to everyone except the umpires, the pitch clock had expired. So it ultimately gave 1 ball on the count and prevented Rollins from taking the lead on that play. They would later score on the next batter. But certainly Thies would like some revenge for that. He's got a man aboard, and now in an 0-1 count. Fouled away. It's 0-2. We'll go again as this one also heads backward to the netting, and I wonder if it actually cleared it. I think some fans are looking. It got over, I think. Campus empty for now. Only students who are hanging around for summer classes. There may be a couple that are currently at the scoreboard out in right field. Popped up, and once again goes foul. That one's off of Rollins' dugout. The 0-2 for Beckett White. And that one hit him. That was a close one, but they're going to say it grazed Thies ever so slightly. I can't tell from this angle if that was the right call, but...
No argument.
Yeah.
Umpire was quick to make the call. Might have caught a cotton fiber.
Here comes Parker Smith. 2 aboard, 1 away. You do open up a double play opportunity at third as well, because you can go from third to first if Nunez is quick enough to the bag. He's going to foul this one away for strike 1. Tough for Beckett White. He wanted to go front door on the slider. Swing and a miss, 0-2. The 0-2 for Smith. Outside, ball 1. Popped up and foul again. A lot of foul balls going that right side, and I think that one also landed over the netting. You see, we do have the netting there, but it's not perfect. It'll let a few of them fly by.
It's about 100 feet high.
The 1-2. Misses for 2-2. Great discipline day for Rollins. They've only struck out twice. Both those strikeouts came from Coleman. Two. Ball 3, missing outside. Sarangar's on deck. You don't want to load the bases with 1 away, or just any time period.
Yeah.
Then you do have the force outs, but they will be loaded, and there is only 1 out. Got the 9-hitter who's 1 for 2 today. And Tampa's 9-hitter inherited bases loaded. Cadenas got his second shot of the year. And it was a grand salami. Sarangar might reckon he wants the same thing. They're going to let White go here with 1. Or no, they won't. Here comes Coach Urso, and I have a feeling there is going to be a change being made here. White hasn't been bad on the mound, but they want to make a call to the bullpen. They want to try to put out the fire. 2/3 of an inning, 2 walks here. And we'll be back once the change is made for the Spartans.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Enter Dalton Ross. Tampa's Sandman, if you will, is here. He's always been one of the most consistent arms out of the bullpen, and he's going to be called upon with the bases loaded and 1 away in the top of the 5th.
This will be appearance number 23 of the season for Dalton Ross. He's got a 2-2 record, 5 saves, 36 and a third innings, 27 hits, 12 runs, 8 of them earned, walked 12, struck out 36.
23 appearances, leads the Spartans pitching staff. The only player who also has 20, Braden Nelson, who I imagine will probably be warming up next. The goal, of course, will be to see if Dalton could go 2 innings again to set up Nelson for the latter half of the game.
Well, the Spartans had the bases loaded, 1 out last inning, did not score. They need to make sure the same thing happens to Rollins in this inning.
Yep, and when that happened, or before that happened, before the bases got loaded, Murphy was brought into the game for Rollins, and he worked his way out of the jam. Tampa trail by 2. Rollins have a chance to really pad that lead. Sarangar at the plate, facing Dalton Ross. Yesterday, Ross went 2 2/3, and he retired 4 batters via strikeout. Lined, and that'll be a base hit. 1 run scores. Lala picks it up. They'll hold them loaded.
Sharply hit single, only scores 1, but definitely got the job done with the base hit.
Sarangar went fishing and got a catch there. His second catch of the day, a second single. And 7-4 is the Rollins lead. They've scored in each of the last 3 innings. The only inning they were held scoreless in was the second. Here comes Ruben, who is on fire, 3 for 3 today. 2 of them singles, 1 of them a home run. Chopped over to short. They get 1. They get 2. Ross allows a hit, but is able to strand the bases loaded. A double play on his second pitch to get out of the jam. 1 run comes home for Rollins. They extend their lead to 3, but it could have been worse. Sunshine State Conference Championship game, I'll call it. Whoever wins kind of really wins the championship. We'll be back. Rollins with the lead entering the bottom of the 5th.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
It's Ryan Murphy back on the mound. Both teams just stranded, the bases loaded. Tampa did it on a brutal final out of the inning. Tampa was able to get Rollins to strand them with a double play.
Though Rollins did push one across before the double play.
Unlike the Spartans, unfortunately haven't. All their runs came from the Cadenas Grand Slam. The fans ready to motivate J.D. Urso as we get started in the bottom of the fifth. Outside for ball one. Ball two. Tampa enters this match of the tournament 3-1. Same record as Rollins is right now. Sorry, 2-1.
2-1.
Yep. Actually, I think we are 3-1 as this one's foul away because
Tampa's 3-1.
Yeah, because
Rollins
we had
is
3.
2-1.
Rollins, yeah, they're 2-1. We had to play the extra match from the elimination bracket.
Correct.
Defeating Spring Hill. Although Spring Hill gave us the best fight they have in a little while. They were able to bring 5 runs home. Ball 3 for Urso. With EJ Cumbo on deck, they might just be wanting to get to the lefty hitter. The 3-1. Ball 4.
Walked him.
Urso takes a leadoff walk.
And you know what about happens with leadoff walks?
They score 66% of the time.
That's what they say.
Yep. How often does that happen?
Never.
And probably not as much as it actually does.
Actually only happens 33% of the time.
But let's hope it's 66
The
right
wives'
now.
tale is that it's 67%. Let's hope it holds true.
A 2 and 3 chance to score
Yes.
off that logic. 1 and 3 off the other. You can average it at 50-50 as Cumbo gets ahead 1-0. He's 0 for 2 today, and certainly facing a lefty may be hard for him to get back on track. He did have a walk-off home run against the lefty earlier this year. But can he find the same platoon advantage? Spartans are 3 for 8 with runners on base, as there is going to be a conference on the mound.
Catcher, well, I thought the catcher called a timeout. Took his helmet off and his mask, but now it's a mound visit.
Rollins will be ready if Murphy experiences trouble to make a change. Just like the Spartans, they're not going to have a lot of breathing room. A tight leash for everyone, because you can't afford any slip-ups.
A couple other teams that Tampa is familiar with. Quincy won its regional. Quincy came in here and took 2 from Tampa earlier this year. And Newberry, ranked 10th in the country when Tampa played them last weekend, went up there and swept all 3, lost in its regional final.
Oof. It's been exciting, though, for the regionals at the moment. We can take a quick look around the rest of the NCAA. Millersville advanced through their region. Mercyhurst and Seton Hill, they'll be playing today as well. Former player I worked with over in Elmira with the Pioneers, Max Mandler's on that Seton Hill roster. Augustana is facing off against Central Missouri in Montana. Minnesota State against Missouri Southern State. Pace playing Southern New Hampshire, and Southern New Hampshire moved on. Lemoyne against Goldie Beacom. Quincy, like you mentioned, moved on from their region. And Indy defeated Maryville in their region. As the count is going to go 3-0 to EJ Cumbo. Of course, in our South Regional, Barry advanced in the second half of the bracket. In the first half, we're still in an exciting one here. Strike 1 taken by Cumbo. It's 3-1. And Newberry just lost 10-9 against Belmont Abbey. A very tough defeat.
Walked them. Back-to-back 3-1 walks. So how far, as you've been mentioning, how far do you go?
That'll be the question. You don't have a lefty coming up until Saladino. Platoon advantage you brought the replacement guy, Murphy, on for has kind of come and gone. That's where you start to warm up and you start to be ready. The finger over the eject button in case things get a little too dangerous. Taken low but in the zone for strike one for Nunez. The switch hitter batting as a righty this time around. Drew a walk and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Strike 2 takes the off speed.
Brought that one in.
That was a good spot to drop it. Ball 1 missing up high. The 1-2 here from Murphy. Fouled away. This could be another crucial inning for the Spartans. They've gotten runners on base. And again, they will have 4 more innings at least, 12 more outs to work with, but you don't want to keep wasting these good chances. They've already stranded 4 on base. Swing and a miss in the dirt. And that is Nunez's second strikeout. Here comes Jamarcus Lyons. One away and a double play now ends the inning.
Let's go glass half full, though.
Yes. Anything other than a double play probably scores a run.
And let's look at Jamarcus already with 2 base hits today.
He has been on fire. Not only has he done well throughout the tournament, 2 for 2 today. He's the best Spartan bat. Could look to try to match Rubensay, too. Taken low for ball 1. Lyons sent one over the wall in the first game against Rollins. And in the second game, he brought home 2 RBIs. Swing and a miss. The off-speed fooled Lyons there. The 1-1. And by the way, Danny Gutcher will enter the game on deck. Urso making the change at the catching position. Chopped foul. The question will be whether we see Gutcher up next, or whether a runner will have advanced, whether there'll be 2 away. We'll have to see how this 1-2 count goes for Lyons. Murphy's 34th pitch, I believe. Popped up. And caught as there's a collision between Thies and Sarangar. 2 away. Tough for Lyons. It's his first out of the ballgame. But here comes Danny Gutcher, the Eckerd transfer, ready to go.
You know, that was a tough play for Sarangar to make the catch. It's almost, actually third baseman now, Thies has to have broke his sunglasses on the collision, but Sarangar is going away from the field, so he's seeing the ball come tailing away from him. Third baseman Thies, even though he had to come in a long way, typically has the better angle. I think they were both saying it was theirs.
Yeah, that's when you don't call the other player off. It was going to be an infield flyout, I think, otherwise. So
probably, yeah.
You don't. If they drop it, you just laugh and you pick it back up with still same spot, 2 away and 2 aboard.
Yeah, you are right on the infield fly.
Gutcher takes strike 1, the breaking ball hitting that outside corner. A very good curveball Murphy has, a lot like Kershaw. Or maybe 0-1. I completely blanked. I feel really... Koufax. That was what I was thinking of. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Although I actually might have got a piece of it.
Just a little bit.
The 0-2 for Gutcher. Taken outside for ball 1. Two aboard, 2 away. Here's the 0-2.
Umpire showing 1-1, didn't he?
Did he? Wait, see if he shows it again.
Yeah. It might have been 1-2.
Pretty sure it's 1-2. There has been 2 strikes.
Yep.
Ball 2 now. The Gushers waited on those 2 fastballs. And we'll go again. Two and 2. Strike 3. Planted it at the top half of the zone, and that'll end the inning. 2 runners get aboard with 2 walks, but the bases are left loaded with 3 straight outs. We'll be headed to the top of the 6th. Rollins in control, 7-4. And he has just been tossed from the ball game.
Gutcher walked away from the plate and was talking but not facing the umpire. But the umpire was saying a few things to him as he was walking away, and I think Joe is adding to it. So the dugout was offering a few choice words for the umpires.
So, yeah, certainly interesting here. And taking a look out there, I believe that's JD or so, also rather upset about it. He's talking over with who was the second base umpire about that call, I think, and also about Joe Urso getting tossed maybe. But now we'll head to a break again. We just wanted to let you know what happened, and tempers flaring just ever so slightly. Regional Baseball, the final, will be right back. Danny Gutcherin is a catcher, and we had a bit of a hectic pre-inning here as Urso, I think he wasn't super happy about that strike 3 call. It was very close indeed. And ultimately, the home plate umpire tossed him 0-1 here to Torres. Taken low for ball 1. It's Dalton Ross back on the mound. He came in earlier to get out of the jam, allowed a base hit, and then got a double play to escape bases loaded. The sinker finds a zone for strike 2. 1-2 here for Torres. Up the middle. Urso on top of it. Good grab by Earhart. 1 away. Good throw, good scoop. Here comes Jesslyn Whitehead. The duo of Jalen and Jesslyn terrorized the Spartans in the Super Regional last year. And they have come back. Jesslyn has come back with a vengeance. He brought home an RBI in the 4th. And he's also gone aboard every single at-bat. Up the middle. Picked up by Dalton Ross. 2 away. Here in the top of the 6th. And Dalton Ross fighting his way through these innings quickly. He is pumped up. Strike 1. May have been just a tad bit low, but that strike zone has been a bit larger today. Kind of the opposite of what we've seen, where pitchers were struggling. Ross is cooking. This one goes foul, also slides past Earhart, who made a good effort. We've seen Earhart make some gems over at first base this year. The 0-2. Driven to right. Cumbo's under it. 1, 2, 3 for Dalton Ross. Recovering and on fire with 4 straight outs. That'll take us to the bottom of the 6th, and the Spartans will still look to make it up from that 3-run deficit they're currently at.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Bottom of the 6th. Tampa will bring their hot bats back to the plate. It's going to be Nico Saladino up against the lefty. And I am a little surprised now that we're not going to see Militello or Jose Jimenez making a change here for Saladino. I wonder if you'd run a righty here, try something new. Saladino has been bad. He's got a sacrifice and a walk today. The reason I said not Coach Urso was after talking over a previous call with the umpire, he got tossed. 1 away as Murphy continues on the mound. He's conceded 3 walks. He hasn't allowed a hit. Here's Jose Cadenas at the plate. Ball 1 up high. Saladino walked in, or Cadenas walked in the fourth. Taken low for strike one. Those lower pitches were strikes for Ross in the previous inning, where he went 1, 2, 3. Two, 1 taken up high. Two, 1 to Cadenas. 3-1 up high. On deck is Jordan Lala, and you would be bringing up a lefty in that spot. Righty warming up in the bullpen. You'd wait until after the Lala at bat probably to make that change potentially. Murphy is on 40 pitches. 41 is right on the edge for strike two. Three-two here. And that one hit him. Ball four. Or even if it didn't hit him. Actually, no, it did hit him because it was 2-2.
Take your base.
Exactly. That'll bring up Jordan Lala. Lefty on lefty matchup. Last time up, Lala struck out against Murphy. Strike one taken. Up high for ball one. The 1-1. Lala gets under it. It's going to go deep center field. Meehan tracking back. Caught on the warning track.
Nice catch.
And Cadenas will head back to first. Two away. Good catch there by Meehan.
That was slicing away from Meehan all the way, but he just tracked it down. Made a nice running catch. Put his glove up in the air.
And that'll bring up Drew Earhart. 0 for 3 today. But has a chance here against Murphy. Keeping an eye on Cadenas. But I don't think Urso's really going to try to steal a base here. Didn't go. 1-0.
Actually, Jose Jimenez has taken over the third base coaching box. He's normally the first base coach.
Yep. That one hits him. And two runners are aboard with two away for J.D. Urso. And with a second hit by pitch of the inning, Empire's probably just giving a warning, hey, it's a curveball, but be careful.
I wasn't sure if Murphy was having a little stare down with Drew or not. Drew was not staring back, but
yeah,
the umpire had kind of walked between them as Drew was walking to first.
And wants to make sure there's no beef on the field. And again, that tends to happen when there is a hit by pitch. Get by ball going about 70 miles an hour. You generally do want a word with the other pitcher. Firstly, why? Urso takes low for ball one. Two away here. There's a ball in the field.
Oh, okay.
Foul play, and they were just waiting. Still going to be a 1-0 count. The fans had to tell the umpires as it gets back to the bullpen.
I thought initially they were calling balk, and I'm like, I didn't see anything.
Mm-hmm. Tampa wouldn't mind a balk here.
No.
1-0 here to J.D. Urso. That could have gone from the bullpen if there was just a missed throw, or just stuck on the field. 2-0. Murphy's thrown over 50, and that is going to be something to keep an eye on. He's only had 15 innings this season. Surely this is his longest outing in terms of pitch count. Urso will take for strike one, and he was taking all the way. He knows he's got Cumbo on deck. Takes low for ball 3.
Nice eye. Good eye.
Great eye there. The tough thing will be as well, they're probably not going to pull Murphy because you've got a lefty coming up. And if you do, then you're putting a righty against Urso, and you're losing that platoon, or Cumbo, and you're losing that platoon. You're going to want to pitch to Urso.
Wow, that's
Takes
high.
ball 4, just misses. That's a 4th walk of the ball game for Murphy.
Has he walked the bases full?
He has walked the bases full. He hit 2 batters previously to start the inning. And now they are loaded for E.J. Cumbo. 2 away and a lefty on lefty. You don't pull Cumbo here. The only batter I would say that if you're worried about that platoon, you want to maybe get rid of is Saladino. And will there be a call to the bullpen?
Yep,
yes, there
is.
will. Ryan is done after 56 pitches, 2 2/3. Didn't allow a base hit, 3 strikeouts. He has allowed a few walks. We'll take a break as Rollins make a change.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 40. Touchdown. Michaela burns it. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org/opportunity.
Taylor Sorley, Jack Ike, we're covering the NCAA South Regional Final. It has been an exciting one. We're only in the bottom of the 6th. Tate Stone Frasina enters the game for Rollins, pulling up his stats. He's got a 4.05 ERA. He's had 22 appearances with a start. He's recorded 6 saves. The last time he got a save was against the Spartans when he went 3 innings, conceding 3 runs en route to a Rollins victory. Those 3 runs came in the 9th when Tampa was almost able to make the comeback, but just ran out of gas at the very end. Tampa's worked their way back here into a Game 7 winner-take-all matchup, but Rollins have held the lead so far. 7-4 is the score. The bases are loaded. The tying run's at first. Go-ahead run. His name is E.J. Cumbo. He's 0 for 2. He drew a walk back in the 5th. One of the 4 walks that was issued by Murphy.
That's fine.
Murphy had a good outing from the bullpen, keeping the Spartans somewhat quiet. But now Stone Frasino will have to settle in quickly. He's got a few runs of buffer. Tampa would like to just chip away at that deficit. Tampa fans getting excited for Cumbo. Strike 1, taken low. That low fastball has been useful. We've mainly seen as well from the sinkers with Dalton Ross that he was throwing last inning. The 0-1 now. It's E.J. Cumbo. Cumbo chops it over to second. Picked up, enough time, and the bases are left loaded again. Tampa has stranded 9. That would have made a huge difference. Rollins are holding on. They lead 7-4 entering the top of the 7th. And wait, I will be handing it back over to Jack Ike when we continue.
College sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Top of the 7th, 7-4. Rollins on top of Tampa. Winner take all championship Sunday here in the NCAA South Region 1 tournament. Winner will move on to host Barry next weekend in the Super Regional and a chance to move on to the Elite Eight. These two teams met in the Super Regional last year on this field, and Rollins won 2 straight. Spartans have left 8 base runners in the last 3 innings. 2 bases loaded situations and a first and second in between the two. Dalton Ross on the mound for Tampa. Cam Meehan at the plate. Pops it up. Heading out toward Jordan Lala. Shades his eyes. Makes the catch. Out near the 375 sign. That was a rainmaker on the way, which we do not need, by the way. Mason Wilson to the plate. One for 2 officially. Fielder's choice, a double with an RBI and walked last time. Rollins, 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Tampa, 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. All Tampa's runs scored in the bottom of the 2nd on a grand slam home run by Jose Cadenas. Ground ball heading out to Urso. Fields it cleanly. Guns it over to Earhart for the out. 2 down. Spartans cannot keep stranding base runners, though. Thies at the plate, taps it foul. Ross looks in. 0-1, just inside. Off speed, strike call. Dalton Ross does not waste time. He gets the sign and gets in the stretch quickly.
He's always aggressive, too.
Swing and a miss. Inning is over. A quick 1-2-3. Now the Spartans need to respond. We've played 6.5. It is still Rollins 7, Tampa 4. We'll return for the bottom of the 7th right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Bottom of the 7th we go. It'll be Nunez, Jamarcus Lyons, Danny Gutcher. Tate Stone Fresina on the mound in relief. He pitched a third of an inning and got a big out. Came in with the bases loaded. Spartans need to make him pay for some of these miscues. They've been putting runners on base, but not getting them in.
Yeah, they've stranded 9 on the base path, and well, that margin of 3 left on, that's more than Rollins, has been the difference for the ball game.
Nunez takes a strike. There's a shot. Does it go in the gap? He says he caught it. Smith says he dove and caught it, but they're saying no, it was a trap. Tried to sell it, but Nunez will get a base hit.
Yeah, and Rollins' coach wants to talk about that call really quickly. It's a good attempt there by Smith, but umpire probably had the better view of anyone else. He was watching.
Well, he's not arguing it. So I think he tried to sell it, but
actually they're gonna call all of it. And actually, he is arguing it, but in a way.
No, I mean the Smith is not arguing it
right.
in the outfield. John Sjogren is arguing it. Now they're pointing him, saying, "Go back to the dugout."
And he should be ready to go back to the dugout. He argues too long. He could have the same face as Tampa's coach,
Yeah.
Joe Urso.
Joe Urso tossed a couple innings ago. They're saying it's a base hit.
That's an important hit for the Spartans with no one out to bring up the red-hot Jamarcus Lyons. Unfortunately, got out last time. Was done pretty well today.
I really think Parker Smith would be more animated if he had made the catch.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one you got to sell.
For sure.
Brings up Jamarcus Lyons. Ooh, inside, hit him. Actually, very inside. Now, Lyons is pointing at Stone Fresina all the way to the base, and the umpires are getting in the middle of this one, saying, hey, settle down, guys. We had enough guys hit by pitch yesterday. Sam Militello coming out of the dugout to straddle the third base line.
I can't lie, that's definitely what Tampa's upset about. It's the amount of batters who have been hit by pitches. That's why I think Lyons is a little animated as he was walking over.
Well, he was hitting the helmet yesterday, and it dropped him.
Yeah.
5 players hit. Was that in just the first inning yesterday?
Yeah, it was just the first 2 innings.
First 2 innings. Four in the first inning.
1 in the second.
Along with 2 walks.
Yeah. And today, that's the 3rd time a Spartan has been hit. In comparison, we only hit 1 batter, and that was Thies on a very close one. That was one that grazed his shirt more than actually hit off his body.
Well, you know, the best thing to do here is make him pay for it. And J.D. Urso,
Danny
Gutcher, I should say, is at the plate.
Yeah, he's generally good at making them pay, although he did go down looking in the 5th. That was a really close call when he saw a high curveball.
Gutcher fouls it back. So 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. So again, the Spartans get a couple base runners, including 1 in scoring position.
Gutcher also represents what could be a tying run, too, so a really dangerous spot for Tampa. It's going to be how long can Rollins play with fire and not get a burn.
Fouled off as they're going to head out of play. Giving chase is Smith in the outfield. Makes the catch in foul territory. Tagging and going to third is Nunez. So runners at first and third with 1 out. Nice play by Parker Smith to stay with that one. Caught it about 10 feet foul.
Yeah, that'll be disappointing for Gutcher, but it also does help the Spartans ever so slightly. You got a runner now 90 feet from home. If Saladino sends it to the outfield, that's going to be a sacrifice, and you cut that deficit down. Tampa will have, we're already counting down the outs still. We started earlier, but you still have some outs to play with. You've got 2 more innings. Just getting that deficit lower can just actually just get the monkey off your back, just really get you back in the game.
Saladino inside.
Because, again, Tampa, they've gone scoreless since the second, and they've blown how many chances with runners on base? They want to just get one home. They want to just get one so they can know it's possible.
Saladino waits. Ball 2. Stone Forcina gets the sign, goes into the stretch. Runners at the corners. Curveball strike. Two 1 pitch. Golfed out into right field. Falls in for a base hit. A run will score. Nunez will cross the plate at 7-5. Runners on first and second with one out. There's the one. Got to get one to get going.
Yeah, that's exactly what Tampa needed. Another time, if they blew this chance, you'd have to argue that would probably be curtains because the Spartans just having so many opportunities. They'd have to at least find something, and now maybe this can maybe reawaken the bat of Cadenas. He's gotten on base every time he got hit, he walked, and of course, he hit one far.
Jose Cadenas at the plate, runners at first and second. Pitch looked outside, called a strike. Outside corner.
I think Robbie just passed through the corner as it went through. And again, the base is 3D, but yes, a very close call. Stone Friesa won that call.
That one definitely outside and low. 1-1. Cadenas shakes the bat. The pitch. Ground ball back to the pitcher. They get one. The relay got the double play to win the inning. So the Spartans do get one, but the double play gets them out of the inning. And we will go to the 8th inning. Now a 7-5 baseball game. Rollins leading Tampa. In the top of the 8th inning now, Tampa cut it down, 7-5. Entertaining baseball game. Some fireworks.
Yeah, a lot of offense, and that's what's going to be exciting. But if you're Tampa, you're probably hoping for a little more offense.
Yeah.
Rollins, you're like, this is a good rate. Well, we'd rather keep this little lead for now.
It'll be Smith, Serengar, and Rubin, 8-9-1. Dalton Ross offers a pitch that is fouled down toward the Rollins bullpen.
Ross has gotten 8 straight outs. He's been on fire.
Nice off-speed pitch. Ahead 0-2. Ball in the dirt, bounces away from Gutcher. Tell you, if you're a batter, be ready for Dalton Ross. He's ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. He's always doing fast. And again, with the pitch clock, sometimes there will be pitchers who are quicker than others.
Popped up, out of play. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch. One quick out. Serengar to the plate now. Swings and misses at the first pitch.
Incredible stuff here from Ross throughout the tournament, and today, just also on fire.
Just missing outside. Spartans will have 1, 2, 3, top of the order when we go to the bottom of the 8th. They need 2 to tie. That pitch stays inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. That one's hit out into right field. Gets down. Does he try for 2? He stays as Cumbo gets the ball in quickly. But Serengar, even though he's the number 9 hitter, has hit well today.
Yeah, that's his third base knock. It's just a nice little shallow line drive to right. He knew Ross was going to challenge him. He wasn't wanting to walk him there. Well, the good news for Ross, he has opened up a double play opportunity. And he's the type of pitcher who can look for those ground balls with his sinker and slider.
But this guy has been a thorn in the Spartans' side all day, though they did get him to hit into a double play last time. This is Ruben.
Ross wouldn't mind forcing him into a double play again. He was the first or second batter Ross faced. Runner goes.
Runner goes. Think they've got him. They slides away. They tagged him this time.
There was a good swim last night by one of the Rollins base runners, but this time the lifeguard was Nico Saladino.
Tried to slide to the outside of the bag away from the tag, but Saladino stayed with him, made the tag, so a big out there. Especially when you consider how that has worked so well for Rollins today, getting that base stealer to get to second base. Twice they've driven him in with a single right after that. But a strikeout as Ruben goes down. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Spartans trying to see if they can change the momentum. It's 7-5, Rollins on top. Spartans with the top of the order coming up right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Bottom of the 8th. Spartans need 2 to tie. They've got the top of the order, which has just 1 hit in 8 at-bats today, and Jordan Lala got that back in the first inning.
It also means that Earhart and Urso are due for some form of success. And also, it's not like they haven't been on base either. Earhart was able to get hit by a pitch. Urso's drawn 2 walks. 6 outs to go, but the next 6 are some of the Spartans' best 6.
Bottom line, base runners. Spartans have been getting them on. Got to get them in.
Both teams have stranded a lot today. Rollins have left 6 on the board, but Tampa have left 10 on the board.
Lala to the plate. Stone for Cena on the mound. Bottom of the 8th, 7-5 Rollins. Ball is inside. Waits on that one, called strike. Dances away from that one, ball 2. Ball 3 outside. (3-1) on the way. Ground ball, gets through for a base hit. Jordan Lala just finds ways to get on base.
Late in the ball game, that's exactly what you need.
Now, if this were the first inning, Drew Earhart pushes him over. I think now, though, you need 2, so you got to have batters and base runners.
Yeah. If it was a 1-run deficit, you do have him drop the bunt, but now you're having Earhart swing away here. And just pray that if they run a hit and run, they do it at the right time.
Well, speaking of being hit, Drew Earhart gets hit.
Second time today he's been hit. And he
Once
also
again,
was hit
the
last time.
Home plate umpire kind of acts as an intermediary. Jamarcus Lyons doing a little finger pointing the last time he got a hit. Drew just walking to the base. John Schrogren coming out of the dugout to talk to the umpire. Maybe, is he talking defensive replacement or something? He does have a pitcher who had been throwing, but he hasn't crossed the line for a mound visit.
Yeah, he could be making a change eventually. No, it is a change in the field. Going into the outfield now is Kyle Bullock.
So taking Parker Smith out.
Yeah, they're going to have him out in right. I think they're going to trust his defense, and we'll see whether they're going to take the ball from Stone for Cena. Yes, they will. So we're also going to get a pitching change.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, Bullock might be headed to the mound.
More of a National League move to pitcher and a fielding change when you've got the pitcher batting.
Yeah. Let's go to a break.
We'll take a break while we've got the pitching change, and we'll come back. Spartans will have 2 on, no out. Bottom of the 8th.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
College sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, We see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Some wholesale substitutions for Rollins here in the bottom of the 8th as John Sjogren making some big lineup changes. He's taking his first baseman, Jesslyn Whitehead, and he's going to pitch. Now, he has appeared in 5 games this year, has a 15 ERA and a 1-1 record. Has only pitched in 3 innings. So he, the first baseman, comes in to pitch. Number 8 will go in to play first base. That's Drew Howard. And I thought, did I not see a replacement in right field as well? Now they still list Smith out there.
Yeah, and I'll say the 15 ERA is probably a little unfair, I think, to Whitehead. He had 3 good outings. He had a win, 3 wins, in fact, where he went 1 1/3, he went a third, and he won an inning. His bad outing came against St. Leo when he conceded 5 in a loss. That was part on the weekend where they lost the Sunshine State Conference title race.
Here's J.D. Urso, runners at first and second, no outs. Whitehead fires. Urso shows bunt. It's a ball.
I have a feeling that was to get in his head. I don't think he's going to go for a bunt.
Though you put runners in scoring position. Whitehead sets and fires again. Urso shows bunt and doesn't get it down. I can see this one because you get runners at second and third, and a single will tie it.
You also have Cumbo and Nunez up, who are both pretty solid hitters.
1-1 count. Jesslyn Whitehead moved from first base to the mound. His brother pitched last year. Urso shows bunt. Pulls it away. It's a ball. 2-1.
Yeah, last year his brother shut down the Spartans, and this year Rollins hoping for the same outcome.
Does he continue to show bunt? In the stretch, no bunt sign yet. Now he does. Gets it down. That's a good bunt. Nobody goes for the ball, and everybody is going to be safe. Thies charged and then headed to third. Whitehead waited for Thies and then had to go to the ball. Nobody got to it. Everyone's safe. Bases loaded for E.J. Cumbo.
And with no one outs, this is huge. I think Thies either thought that Whitehead was going to go get it or that Ruben was coming in from behind. But neither were. Ruben was covering at second. And now the tide has turned.
You cannot squander this opportunity. Lala on third. Earhart second. Urso first. Cumbo at the plate. Whitehead fires. Ball outside. High drama here in Tampa in the bottom of the 8th.
And the Spartan fans, they're going to be loud. Rollins fans, they'll probably be equally loud trying to will Whitehead through.
1-0 pitch. Foul back.
I mean, this is the spot. Bottom of the 8th, bases loaded. It's the pinnacle of playoff baseball.
Cumbo looking for his first hit today. 0 for 3 with a walk. So I guess we could say he's due.
Certainly, based off those yearly averages.
1-1. Inside, gets away. Nobody moves. Didn't get far enough away from Seringar. He was able to get a little glove on it to slow it down and only rolled about 15 feet away. Lala not wanting to get an out at the plate. 2-1. Whitehead gets the sign in the windup. Rips it out into right field. Caught. Lala tags, comes in, and it's a 7-6 game with 1 out. That is Bullock playing left field, or right field. I tell you, that is a tough first play you have to make coming in right field.
Yeah, to have to make a diving catch like that is not easy.
It's right at you, so you don't have the depth perception of, is it up, down, left, right?
However, he's able to make the play, and while Rollins can say that they've gotten out, Tampa can say they've got to run.
Anthony Nunez to the plate. Needs a base hit to tie this game. 7-6 now. Drew Earhart, the tying run. He is on second. J.D. Urso, the lead run, standing on first. Jesslyn Whitehead fires to Nunez, outside for a ball. You can hear the fans pounding the bleachers. Ball outside, ball 2. Nobody throwing in the Tars bullpen. Two-0 pitch. Low for 3-0. On deck is Jamarcus Lyons.
Now you have a free base because of the run previously scoring, but again, then you're walking the bases loaded once more with one.
Yeah. I still say watch out for a ball that might get away, too.
Lie to advance in the meantime.
3-0. Strike call. Taking all the way.
Yeah, you had to take all the way there.
Yes.
Let him walk you. You've got Lyons on
You
deck. And
do it again here.
Lyons has been on fire today.
3-1. 2 on. Nunez waits. Whitehead gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Tap foul.
Kind of stinks as that probably was ball 4, I think. But I don't blame Nunez. He's trying to protect. He's trying to make sure that if there is something coming on the 3-1, he could put it in play and see if he could take that tying run from second and send him on a round trip.
Now a 3-2 pitch. 1 out, so runners will not be moving. Whitehead into the stretch. Way outside. Well, I shouldn't say way. Did he call a strike?
He did.
Yeah, he did. Oh, my.
Landed.
Slow on the call. And I thought it was high and outside.
It looked like he missed, but it was also close enough where it's not a surprise to see that it was a strike.
Yeah.
Very slow decision from
And
the
it was
umpire.
took a while to make the call, so
Yeah.
sorry about that. 2 outs now. Jamarcus Lyons at the plate. We need a big hit from Jamarcus. Ball high.
Sarngard tried to frame that, but it missed. Although I can't lie, that looked lower than the previous strike call.
It did,
Or the
yes.
strike call that had gotten
Got Nunez out.
Nunez out previously. Just that I think it's the second time Nunez has gone down looking. And it was a
Whitehead, long look. Now sets. Curveball, strike call. No sign from Jose Jimenez, which basically means if you like it, go for it. 1-1 with 2 outs. Tying run, standing on second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Lyons went down to his knees on that one. A deep breath from Jamarcus. Regrips the bat. The pitch. Ball high. Two-two pitch. And Whitehead backs off the mound. Now Whitehead back in the stretch. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. A strikeout. And Whitehead gets out of the inning with just 1 run scoring. Tampa leaves 2. They do push 1 across. And we will head to the 9th. It is now 7-6. Rollins on top of Tampa right here on TampaSpartans.tv. Ninth inning, 7-6 now. Tampa down by 1. Dalton Ross back on the mound as 3 2/3 innings of pretty good baseball pitching, 32 pitches. Given up a couple hits, no runs. Struck out 3. First batter he faces will be number 2 in the order, Torres.
His first hit he conceded was when the bases were loaded, but since then he was able to get a lot of outs in a row, and then a hit in the previous inning, but he got out of the jam.
Just missing. Whereas Whitehead, a very deliberate, takes a long look at the sign, takes a while to get set. The anti-Jesselyn White is Dalton Ross. Fly ball heading out to Cumbo, backs up a couple steps, comes in a couple more, and makes the catch. And here is the pitcher, Jesselyn Whitehead. Also the number 3 hitter in the order.
Now, Rollins are going to be in a bit of a tricky spot. When Whitehead leaves the mound, I believe they're going to have to then bring in a different the pitcher will now be in that spot.
Right.
Instead of the DH. And that's primarily because Whitehead didn't start the game on the mound.
Correct.
I'm not sure if we've got the Ohtani rule here in D2. If you start the game as the pitcher, you can actually be the DH as well, I believe. Mm-hmm. That's at least the ruling in the MLB. Mm-hmm. But here, he went from first base to the pitcher.
Unless they have another pitcher come in, or another fielder come in to pitch, and he subs out that.
That's going to certainly be a risk against the Tampa Spartans.
If Whitehead comes out as a pitcher, the pitcher is batting.
And again, that's where you run maybe pinch hitters for pitchers, and or you run some bunts with pitchers.
But I think John Sjogren says, I'll take my chances. We've still got a bottom of the 9th to go.
Of course, we're far away from that scenario.
Fouls it off. Fly ball, again out to Cumbo, backs up a little bit. 2 down. Spartans will have up 7, 8, 9. Gutcher, Saladino, Cadenas. Rollins took a 1-0 lead in the first. Tampa responded with a grand slam from Jose Cadenas in the second, but then Rollins with 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 1 in the sixth to take the 7-4 lead at the time. Spartans have clawed back with a run in the seventh and a run in the eighth at 7-6. These two teams played Friday, and it was an 8-7 thriller as well.
Yeah, one thing that these matchups have been, it's even.
Yeah.
Rollins and Tampa as a whole this season, neck and neck. And I'm not surprised that this final showdown is currently 7-6.
Coleman taps it. Ross fields it. Over to Earhart. Will go to the bottom of the ninth. Spartans need 1 to tie, 2 to win. We'll see what happens right after this. 7-6. Rollins on top of Tampa on TampaSpartans.tv.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Bottom of the ninth. Spartans have been chipping away. Have to keep chipping away one more time. And they will send up Danny Gutcher to start things off. Jesselyn Whitehead on in relief. Probably want to say hi to all the Barry fans watching today, too.
And they had the day off because they won in Game 6, so they didn't even need to worry about this Game 7.
Intensely interested in this game. Whitehead fires a strike to Gutcher.
Wonder how many coaches and players will be doing the scouting for next weekend's series because they take the winner.
Gutcher fouls it off. He's down 0-2.
Gutcher flew out on a foul ball that advanced a runner in the 7th. He went down looking in the 5th when he replaced Garavito on a very tough call.
0-2 pitch. Taps it. Digs. Throw. 1 down. Nice play by Ruben.
Ruben, of course, had the cut earlier in the game. We were wondering how that may affect him. Well, not at all. He's been solid ever since. And that is another play, beating Gutcher by half a step.
Hoping that ball was slow enough, Roller, that he might beat it out, but it got out there quick enough. Saladino fouls it off.
No one's in the Rollins bullpen. They're riding Whitehead the rest of the way.
There's a ball. And caught by Thies at third base. 2 down. Went diving high into the air to catch that one. Otherwise, it was a double. 2 down. Spartans last out.
That's a huge play there by Thies to make that leaping grab. Saladino pulled the opposite way. You're not expecting a lefty to send it to you, but he's able to get under it, and he was lucky that it wasn't super hard going past him. He had enough time to set up and make that play.
Jose Cadenas now. Last try for the Spartans. Takes a call strike. Fans on both sides trying to urge their teams on. Ball high. Cadenas' job, get on base. Hits one out into center field, but should be caught. Meehan waits. And the Rollins Tars are the South Region 1 champions, knocking off the number 1 seed Tampa Spartans 7-6 in the winner-take-all game on Sunday. Just as they did a year ago when Rollins knocked out Tampa in the Super Regional, the Tars knock out the Spartans in regional play.
At the end of the day, with all the controversy, all the drama, the story is that Rollins converted in the spots, and Tampa, they left 12 on base. You're not going to win when you leave 12 on base. A well-deserved win for Rollins, and they are headed back to the Super Regional. A reverse. They beat Tampa last year in the Super Regional to get to the national tournament, but this year, they've got to beat Barry in the Super Regional, and their home crowd will be at home because they will be hosting.
Rollins now 37-17 on the year. Tampa, its season ends at 43-11, and the hopes of making it back to Cary, North Carolina, are extinguished here on the Tampa field. Final results from this game is Rollins 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Tampa 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. A telling stat: Tampa left 12, Rollins left 6.
Yeah, and that's got to be the story of today's game. Tampa had runners in position, Rollins had runners in position, but Tampa they couldn't get the runs home, and Rollins were able to shut them down. Whitehead got 2 clutch strikeouts with the bases loaded and got out of the jam. And while Tampa was able to get some offense going late, it definitely was Rollins who just hung in there.
So that will do it for our broadcast for this year. I want to thank Tom Coley and everybody at the University of Tampa for allowing us the privilege of broadcasting these games. Taylor, you've been a great partner for the last 2 seasons, but we'll see what happens next year.
Of course, and thanks as well for everyone tuning in, whether you're a Tampa fan and whether you're maybe more ecstatic right now, a Rollins fan making it back. You'll see each other again, or you will be back on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network next week when Rollins take on Barry. And Tampa fans, hey, we'll see you next season. Urso's boys will be hungry for redemption. Once again, a tough loss for Eli Thurman. He did actually, wait, let me check again. It shows him as the losing pitcher. I don't think he was. It was Jack Brodsky.
Okay.
A great season for Brodsky, but unfortunately not the best day for him. The win goes to Murphy, actually, as it was Barry not able to go the distance in the victory. That's at least it says on the site, and a well-deserved win. He had 3 strikeouts, clutch when he's needed them. But Rollins, they escaped the regional.
All right, that'll do it for us. Thanks to Pablo for running the board, Taylor for sitting next to me all season long. And I'll be back for basketball next November. So until then, thanks for joining us on the Sunshine State Digital Network. So long, everybody.